Every day at home was chaos. But I actually found God as I was finding success. Basically lived paycheck to paycheck for 32 years. At the age of 33, finally found success. Scaling up to $1 million in capital is pretty simple. You show up today and do the same thing tomorrow and the next day. And over a series of trades, it plays out in your favor. That's how a strategy and a proven edge works in the market. The same time, the same day, doing the same thing, it kept me really accountable. If you've got the dream and the vision and you're doing the right stuff, you can't give up, man. My name's Daniel, I'm 34, I'm from Brisbane, Australia, but now I live in Dubai. My early life shaped who I am now because there's definitely a level of resilience that you need to get through what I went through in terms of upbringing. Again, there was a lot of chaos at home. My dad was a crazy alcoholic, like crazy alcoholic. Every day at home was chaos. I realized I was more outside of my environment, honestly, from a young age. And when I think back now, even primary school, I knew in primary school how crazy my family was, how crazy my environment was, but I specifically remember thinking, I don't want this for myself, which is kind of weird to have that thought at such a young age. Now I know that was God, but back then I was just like, this is just the way I feel. My path was very easily laid out for me. I could have done what my brother did, what my sister did, what the people around me did, which is jail, crime, drugs. That was so easy. It was laid out for me. That was the path I should have gone. Because I didn't, there's still like this almost imposter syndrome that I have, which is like coming to terms with the fact that this is my life right now and what was meant to be my life isn't. I'm still trying to come to terms with the reality of the situation of my life right now. It's still fresh. I've only changed my life massively in like the last year and a half. Basically lived paycheck to paycheck for 32 years. And then at the age of 33, finally found success. And it wasn't like I didn't try in the past. I did. I had small businesses and always tried to pursue something more for myself, but it never worked out, ever. I realize now looking back that it was because I was massively flawed, still had massive vices, weed, alcohol, just bad behavior in general, which never allowed me to really find the success that I've got now. I really analyzed that and decided I've got to make a change. So I changed everything, my routine, moved closer to God, cut all bad habits. And as I did that, the fucking doorway to success essentially just started opening up. It's kind of wild how it actually worked, especially the closer I got to God. Like I used to think luck was luck, but now I think luck is a gift because I never had luck. But now that I'm partaking in all these positive acts, I'm really moving closer to God, things just seem to be playing out in my favor. I used to think that God was for people that had nothing in life and they wanted something to hold on to give them purpose. But I actually found God as I was finding success, which is interesting. It was like God's going, you think this about me? But no, let me switch it up. I found God as I found success. I was already coming to kind of conclusions in my mind about, I guess, the big questions in life. And I just said, let me just see what's in the Bible. I'm not religious, I don't know anything about this, but let me just see if there's any of the same answers that I already have in my own head. Opened it up, and I was like, it's been here all along. All the answers are here. And as I moved closer into that direction and started to live life in accordance to what is stated in there, yes, on a physical level, life got better because I dropped vices and did the right thing. But on a spiritual level as well, I feel like I was massively guided. And that's where massive success really started to kick in. My approach to trading is simple. I stack multiple funded accounts, so maybe 5 funded accounts, and I'll risk an average to small amount per trade, per account, but that's stacked over 5 accounts. So if I make $200 per trade on one account spread over 5, that's $1,000. I didn't have to risk $1,000 on one account. Instead, it's $200 over multiple. And maybe I do that twice a day, and that's an incredible way to live. It's a really good way to make an income through trading, and that's exactly what I do. My biggest loss in one day is 11K. That wasn't one trade, that was one day. And it was just a massive tilt session. Tilt meaning I took a loss, then I revenge traded to try and get it back, took another loss, then I jumped back in again, and it spiraled out of control. And by the end of the day, I was just like, what have I done? Did it hurt? Yes. Did I learn a lot from it? Massively. A ton. Learned a ton from it, and now I understand the importance of trading psychology. Scaling up to $1 million in capital is pretty simple, right? If you have a proven system and strategy, you stick to the rules, and you show up today and do the same thing tomorrow and the next day. And over a series of trades, it plays out in your favor. That's how a strategy and a proven edge works in the market. That's all I did. I've always traded gold, high volume pair, typically trade a high volume time, Asia Open, London Open. The lowest time frame I'll go is a 15-minute time frame. Price action trader, no indicators, use higher time frame as a confluence for my overall trade idea. I'm just like every other trader, really. I'll tell you the only difference is I've got better at not making dumb mistakes. That's all. Like if you have a proven edge, then it's just you. You're the issue then. So I've, with experience, got really good at not making dumb mistakes. My biggest inspiration in the trading industry is probably Raja Banks. When I was coming up in trading, he was a guy that I used to watch and really aspire to be like. You know, he was a guy that I could relate to a lot. And even the way that he traded, which is simple price action trading, which is how I trade now, which is insane to think because fast forward all these years, now I'm here in Dubai, I've hung out with Raja, we've done podcasts together. Like it's just crazy how the world works. When I got into trading, I was just a guy in a room watching these dudes on podcasts, watching Raja live stream, and just imagining, wow, imagine being like that. Imagine meeting these people. Fast forward all these years, I'm achieving those things. I'm meeting these guys, I'm doing the thing. Now I have guys that message me saying, hey man, I'd love to meet you one day. Hey man, you're an inspiration to me. And it's just crazy. It is honestly crazy how the world works in that way. Here's the thing I found out. If I make it all about me, this is me, I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to do this, things go bad. But if I do it, if I move forward with the thought of become the best version of myself, build the most that I can for the benefits that it can serve others after, that's when things seem to work out better. So for me, it's about how far can I take things and give others the best life possible. Do I see myself trading for the rest of my life? Probably not. Do I see myself trading for many years? Yes. I think it's only smart as an entrepreneurial person, which I believe I am, is to build multiple streams of income. So I'm in the process of doing that. I'll tell you about me documenting my journey live. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna show up one day and click record and record myself streaming my trading. No one watched, there was no viewers for 3 months. But I kept showing up and I just kept talking to the screen, like imagining somebody's there when no one was there. But it kept me accountable. I just kept showing up. The same time, the same day, doing the same thing. It kept me really, really accountable. And then one day, one person showed up, 2, 3, someone commented, then the same person came back the next day, and then it grew to what it is now, which is more than I could have even imagined. The message that I would give any trader watching this and hearing my story is, you can't give up, man. Like you can't give up. I had all the odds stacked against me, kept showing up. I got no special talents, not educated in any department. I'm just a guy that kept showing up. So if you've got the dream and the vision and you're doing the right stuff, you can't give up, man.